Cosgrams here. Today I am back to continue the Making Your Painting Program series. Woohoo! Yay! Hey! When you get life. So in the last episode, we just made a simple, basic pen where you can start and stop drawing when you want and just do whatever. But if you ask me, this is just my opinion. Black can be a pretty boring color. And I want to use a different color. So if we go here to the fill function, this uses red, green, blue, like pixels on your computer screen. So if you change these values, the color will change. So if we want completely red and no green, no blue, set this to 255, and whoa, we have red. And maybe we want it to be, I don't know, pink or magenta. Just make this, and whoa! So we can draw with multiple colors, but I mean, I don't really like it because I want to do multiple colors without changing the code every single time. So we're going to use variables to store the colors. So first let's just go right above the draw function and type in var for variable, and it equals r. You can do whatever you want, but I prefer r, just to keep things simple. R, and then equals, and then whatever. So I'll just start with 0. And do the same thing for G. Again, you can do whatever you want. This just keeps it simpler. And var B. So now we have these three variables. We can replace these zeros with R, G, and B. Okay, so if we restart, hey look, it's filling it even though we haven't set these to 0. That's because these variables are different. You change this to 255, then we have green. So we still have to change the code to do different colors. So we need some sort of thing on the screen that you can click to change color without changing the code. So first let's create a little tab for the, I guess you could call it a color palette. So let's just go right under here and type in rect for rectangle and put it at 0, and I think we should try 300. So that's the position where the upper left corner will be, and we gotta add the size. So we can just simply make it 400 by 100 to fill the entire bottom screen, and hey, there it is. Now, as I said at the beginning, I don't really like black too much, so let's make this a nice gray. So we can use fill on this, and let's just set it to, I don't know, let's try 150, 150, and 150. Make a nice gray. There we go. And I think this needs to be a bit shorter, so we can move this down and then change this. And press restart. There we go. It was doing that because it was like drawing it in all the places and was staying there. So anyway, now we have our nice little tab so we can add the colors to it. So let's go ahead and make more rectangles that would represent the colors. So we can make one for red. So there we go. Press enter and do rect again. So I guess we could start with just let's try 300 and 350. See what that does. Oh, and we also have to add the width and height. So 25 by 25. Okay, there we go. We got a nice thing. How about we change its position? You can change it by clicking on the number and scrolling. So I think I want it just right there at 250. And maybe a little higher so we can change the position with this as well. And I want that to be smaller so I can have more colors. voila. But if you click on this, it doesn't change the color because, well, we haven't made the code for that. So let's go ahead and click restart to get rid of the black, and let us input the code that would let us change the color when we click this. So we can just do it right below this. We can do, oh, I don't know what that is. Mouse clicked equals function. So when it clicks, this will happen. And this is what I'm going to type in. So now that we have the mouse click function, we can do if. So now we need to make it to where if we click in a certain spot or the button, it will change the color. So we need mouse X, because that's where your mouse is when you click. So if mouse X is greater than 250, and this is what we do for and mouse X is less than, well, what would be less than? We just need to add the width to the X. So that would be 270. So that works, but we want the Y as well. So we do the same thing we did. So and mouse Y is greater than 340. Oop. And mouse Y is less than 340 plus 20, which is 360. And so now we have that. We just need to simply set the variables to change when we click there. So we can do var r equals 255 because that's the value for red, and green and blue want to be 0, so we can have solid red. So var g equals 0, and var b equals 0. And the neat thing about this is that you don't have to actually type in var. So we can just delete all these, which is very nice. Okay, so we have this. So we can drag this around. And now if we click this, well, would you look at that? It's red. So now we can do the same thing. And sorry, my mouse is being weird. But we can just copy this code and use it for other colors. So we can go ahead and type in red. And now we can just, or we can just use red button and then color change red. You can do a little slash to put in the code. Whoop, I scrolled down the page by accident. Okay, that's better. But anyway, yeah, that little slash thing just helps you put in a little comment of some sort. And if none of this really makes that much sense, again, you can go to Khan Academy, link in the description below. And using Khan Academy, there's a video course that teaches you how to do JavaScript. And so, yeah, check that out if this does not make sense to you. So now that we have this, we can copy all this beautiful code. And just go down there and paste. So now we have the same thing, but we want a different color. So we can just change these. You don't have to do these little comments, but it can help you keep track of everything. So now we can make a blue button to change the color to blue. So that's the value for blue. Again, we don't want any red or green inside the color or mixed with it. We just want blue. And we need to change its position so it's not right on top of red. So we can make it to a, maybe we want a little closer. Let's try to 75. And let's stick it to 8. And then that's good for the Y and that's good for the size. So now you just need to simply change these two numbers here. Here and here. So change this to 280 and change this to 300. So now, let's see, I finish this as well. So, and now that we have that, click red. Oh, click red. And click red. Click red. Oh no. It's broken. No, it's broken. Oh, blue works. Red stopped working. Huh. This isn't going as planned. Okay, I found out what's going on. So we have two mouse click functions, but that doesn't work because it just does the latest one. So the red one is completely out the window. It stinks. Alright, stinks. That doesn't really work. Anyway, clear that up. So we want to delete this. Bye bye. Well, not the whole thing, just this. I mean, just keep this delete the mouse click function. So go ahead and put that under there, inside the mouse click function. Delete all of that nastiness. Blah. And let's just move this right under this. So now we have this. And we can, again, do red and blue to help us keep track of everything. And now it should work. So click red there and blue there. So, yeah, sorry about that. It's a learning experience for all of us. So now we can paint with multiple colors, but we can't go back to black. And I know I said black is ugly, but it can be good sometimes. Wait, huh? What happened? Something weird has happened. Okay, I guess I clicked restart, but let's go ahead and make a button for black. So we can just copy the code for blue and put it down here and change it to black. And before we change this stuff, well, change that, we gotta add a black square to select. So now that we have this, we can just change the position of everything and color. So we can just move this and move it to 310. Move this to 3. Ooh, hey, that works out. No, it doesn't. Does it? Yeah, it does. Sorry about that. I had to sneeze. But now we have a black button. So click red, make red. Click blue, make black. And what am I doing wrong? Oh, yes. We must change this code. Yeah. Gotta go back to this. So 330. And now, blue and black. Okay, yeah, sorry. I am super sneezy. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed part 2 of the My Painting Program series. When you get on your painting program, or if you get on your painting program, you can go ahead and add more colors or have different colors, do whatever you want, experiment, play around. But if you want to do more, if you want more than just colors, you'll have to wait till the next episode. Goodbye, recruits.